Day one in Trump America. Let's take a look at what's being tweeted out. Photo on a door. Trump. Someone's door. This person, as I'm stopped at a gas station this morning, a group of guys yell over, "Time to get out of the country, a poo." Day one. This girl, Miran, I have a scarf on. She had a scarf on. Passed by someone on the platform today. He says, "Your time's up, girly." Sarah, not even 24 hours yet. My friend's sister, who is Muslim, had a knife pulled on her by a Trump supporter while on the bus. Even in Cali, someone on the streets just yelled at one of my girl's Latina coworkers, "Go back home where you came from." Kids at breakfast were taunting the Hispanic kids, and the gym were chanting, "Build the wall."
So I walk out my house today, right? Look at this shit. Look at this shit. Look at this. Look at this shit.
Did you see that, you black Trump supporters? I told you. I told you I lived through this. This cowardly white male tried to yell at his brother from the streets about picking cotton. He caught up with him.
No, because I'm tired of his shit, so what's up?
Help
your ass outside. I want to hear what you were saying when you was driving by and you was flicking a nigga off talking about some nigga fuck you. You was bold enough to say nigga, so what's up? Say it now. I swear, because people win presidency and you just don't know how to act, do you? Nigga, he ain't in office just so I can slap the fuck out your ass and get away with it.
Do you see how cowardly he was? He wouldn't turn around. He wouldn't stand up like a man. These people are cowards. They're cowards. It takes four of them. A bunch of them. When they're in a group, they're all big and bad. See? Big and bad. He ain't got the balls to even turn around and face the man. Girl, my mom texted me, "Don't wear the hijab." Hajib. However you say it, please. And she's the most religious person in our family. Principal in Pennsylvania admits white students were chanting, "Cotton picker, you're a nigger, Heil Hitler." Even calling on a man we went to war in this country with. That, it just blows me away. My mom and sister are actually having a conversation whether or not they should continue wearing the hijab. How do you say it, Jovina? Hijab. For their own safety. Three of my Muslim friends, whom I've never seen without a hijab before, came to school without them today because they're afraid. And there are white people right now watching this. They should be afraid. If I was there, I would do something to them. No, you wouldn't, you fucking coward. You ballless sacks of shit. Today I was harassed by an older white man who presumed I was Mexican. Now look at this shit. Again, cowards. I can't wait until Trump asks us to rape your people. White man, rape your people and send you back over the biggest damn wall we're going to build. Are you listening, books? Sit in another fucking country? Tracy Jackson, half black, half white, hating black people. Go back to hell, wetback. After saying that, he threw water in his cup in my face, gave me the finger, and ran off. It took every fiber of my being to hold my tongue and not chase him down. I'm in tears right now. I've never been terrified of being a woman and a minority until today. And thought she was Mexican. Paris, trying to soother. Bathroom door, I think that is. Muslim Student Association prayer room. Sorry, the prayer room. Not even 24 hours after the election. I told you they would become emboldened. I told you. Now, probably the most inflammatory post you'll ever see me make, for people who insist racism dead, for people who insist that it's just the media making it up, or our parents teach, or that parents aren't teaching their children this stuff, or that politicians aren't teaching us this stuff, or that our children, my children, are growing up in a world where they're made to feel inferior or told they are less than. This garbage was written in one of the bathroom stalls in their high school today. A national award-winning school, by the way. I don't blame the school. It's a great school. But this stuff is throughout our society. It really is. But hey, let's make America great again. Fuck niggers. There's some other bullshit. Make America great again. For whom? For racists? Dog-fucking cowardly racists? You Trump supporters. This is what you wanted? This black woman. I was finally coming to grips with the stupidity of America, but then some off-the-wall stuff happened that pissed me right back off. So I'm downtown in a group of white dudes. Oh, this is not a woman. Sorry. My bad. It's Antoine. Looking at a woman wearing a dress, standing alone, making her mind her business. Now, this is what happened. These are probably some PUAs. Some pickup artists. We all get on the subway. When she walks by the group, one of the men yells, grab her by the pussy. One of the dudes literally then tried to touch the woman inappropriately. The woman yelled and the guys laughed. A group of people and I, so him and some other people, good, decent human beings, literally threw the three dudes off the subway at the Wood Street. America is really thinking this shit is a joke. These are white males out there, to my white brothers who watch me. These are your brothers, your people. Like I just said, this nonviolent shit is about to go out the window. It is. When the first motherfucker gets shot, like you saw the black dude, you know that guy got his ass kicked when he came out of school. You know that white coward got his ass kicked when he came out of that school. And I hope he got his ass beat real good. Yesterday evening, several individuals rushed parts of South Campus shouting the N-word, and then they're looking for information. It's going on. As I said, it's going to rise up for a while, then it'll die down. Just experienced one of the worst things in my entire life while pumping gas. This is the black woman. I had a vehicle pull up beside me. Out jumps 4 males. Of course, it's 4 males and one little black girl. That's how brave these guys are. All of whom are Caucasian. They then proceed to talk about the election. Now they're glad they won't have to deal with niggers much longer. Now me being myself, I just kept quiet until one walked over to me and said, "How scared are you, you black bitch? You black bitch. I should just kill you right now. You're a waste of air." Still, I said none. I kept my head down. He then proceeds to say, "What are you, deaf or something, you nigger?" Then another guy steps out and shows me his firearm. He says, "You're lucky there's witnesses, or else I'd shoot you right here." By now there's tears, full-blown tears. They leave. I've called the police, but I'm shaken, upset, and confused. Is this what America is going to be like from here on out? Look at this. Black lives don't matter, and neither does your vote. Actually, Hillary won the popular vote by several hundred thousand. I don't know if you guys are aware of that. She won the popular vote, even with all that's against her. So that shows there are still more decent people out there. But look at all the people that are on Trump's side. You know, only a couple 100,000. 59 million each. In the 59 millions. That means a lot of people didn't vote. and make a difference. So now we have to put up with this. This girl came back and found this in her dorm. Her dorm room looking like this. See all her stuff been rearranged? Maria, Trump won. Here's a little preview of what's to come. #wall. Love Izzy. So she knows this. Go beat that bitch's ass. Community safety alert. An SDSU student was walking to her vehicle. It's a girl, of course. Two males who made comments about President-elect Trump and Muslim community confronted her and grabbed her purse and backpack. They removed her car keys before fleeing the area. Now they're robbing. Another woman, my mom said there was an older white man on his roof today yelling racist shit. She hurried back inside. Is this the America that we want? Just because this idiot won? There have been 2 incidences on campus with Trump supporters harassing Muslim women. Stay safe, everyone. These are what's being tweeted. More text from her sister. I was on the bus. This group of girls from St. Francis Prep get on. They look around and looked at me and said, "Aren't you people supposed to be sitting in the back of the bus?" I looked around and saw that there were mainly black and Hispanic people sitting in the middle of the bus. I asked this girl to repeat herself. She said, "Aren't you supposed to be sitting in the back of the bus now? Like Trump is president." Please share this with your friends. This is what Trump does. She writes, "It hasn't even been a day. People think it's okay to do this now." Day one, Donald Trump. Y'all black people better start picking. Y'all slave numbers. KKK for life. They let kids use anyone on campus. The country is going buck wild. Let's look at a few more. This black girl went on a run this morning at 7 a.m. I've been trying to figure out how I feel. Children, high school age, screamed at me and told me to go back to Africa. Children, people. I'm not throwing a temper tantrum, just don't know how it feels to be me. Remember, I lived through this. I told you guys I lived through this once. If you don't get how enraged and sad I am right now. To the white folks on my channel, I said I lived through this shit. I warned you. You see what your people are doing? My cousin, born and raised in America, walked past a Trump rally in New York City where she lives, was told to go back to your country, you chink. And you Asian heads think you're free. Think because you guys be all passive and meek and suck up. These people hate you too. Today in Napa, in my blue state of California, looks like I'm going to invest in a pistol. I'm going to carry a pistol. Nobody fucked with me, though. I'm too big for them. They need a couple of dudes, a bunch of dudes to fuck with me. I experienced firsthand the effects of Trump's election. At a gas station, while at my car, a man jumps out of his truck from the pump on the other side of mine, walks towards a car at the pump in front of mine, and towards what I realized was a smaller Asian woman. He started yelling at her, and I turned abruptly to his face, listen. And I turned abruptly to face and listen, in other words. He said, "We won. Now get the fuck out of my country." He said it over and over as I saw this poor woman crying, standing stunned, not moving. To all you Asians who voted for Trump, one of your people, one of your women, not even bald enough to face one of your men. I ran to her, I threw my arms around her and turned her into me and my back towards him and sobbed with her. All I could think to say was, "I'm so sorry," over and over again as we cried. I felt helpless. He then included me in this rant, saying, "You can both get the fuck out." And this is a woman. Wow. This person, this experienced one of the worst things in my entire life. We've read this one. They're retweeting it. Yeah, they're going to try and bring back the rebel flag after they took it away. They're not going to. This happened in Delaware, mind you. This is day one of Trump being elected. Media and police need to be on this. They're not. Kill, kill, kill. There's other stuff on the side. Trump supporters did this to my son. And I cannot see the image. I'm sorry. I guess there's bruises on him. Told him he can't wait till Trump departs my son. She writes, "I'm about to go ape shit. He got called a stupid Mexican, and a boy said, 'I can't wait for Trump to deport you.' The teacher told him if he fought back, he would be suspended." The police told her it's a school matter, ma'am. You see the police? Wow, they really grabbed him. If that had been a black child or a Mexican child, beat up on a white kid, the police would have jumped in. An Asian American, Chris Yun. I was just at the liquor store to get cigs. Stop smoking, Chris. And a group of white guys asked me if I can speak English. When I chuckled and ignored them, they followed me into the 7-Eleven and said chinks should get out of the country while we still can, because a more pure America is finally going to come back. When the 7-Eleven clerk asked them to leave, they started laughing and called him Bin Laden and said they'd come back and burn him on a cross. I wish that guy had pulled out a gun and got him on the knees and scared the shit out of him. I told them to get the fuck out, and they were like, "Oh wow, he speaks English," and proceeded to follow me to my car where they're yelling, "White power! Pure the white race! We want to keep the white race pure! It's all about the purity of the white race!" Good old Simi Valley reminds me of racist white kids in middle school and high school. This idiot tweeted, "Dumbass gook." This one, "Thank you for reminding me of the world we now live in." Back to him. This person writes, "Almost every single educated friend I have has related stories today of bullying of minorities and of school children crying in class about the election results." Someone put on my Facebook, personal Facebook, "Children shouldn't be crying." They have white kids. "Children shouldn't be crying." This isn't normal. This isn't just about a basic partisan political difference. No election in my lifetime has yielded such effects. I'm still trying to figure out how to reconcile that decent people who believed they were doing the right thing, and I realize this sounds melodramatic, made children cry in their classroom across America today. I woke up today thinking school would be fine and normal. When I got to school, I experienced tension in classrooms. I heard things like, "You're still here?" in the halls. And I experienced racism in the 8th block directly towards me and in front of my whole classroom. I have never felt so embarrassed and angry in my life. That's what we went through. what I went through in elementary school as a kid. I haven't stopped crying since. It's not funny anymore. It never was funny to my race, to any race. This kid laughed even after being removed, yelling Trump 2016, build the wall, while walking down the hall, walking through the office. I cried because these people think it's okay and funny. These people. What people? What people is she talking about? The pure to the white race. Those people. My school is full of diversity, and we were reminded this morning with the song, All We Need Is Love, and people's ignorance is still shocking. But I know who I am and where I come from, and nobody will ever take that away from me. Oh, one more thing. I'm not scared. Wonderful for her. My first race encounter after our new joke of a president. As I am at Walmart today, a woman came up. If I see that, I'm going to bust the fuckers in the mouth. I'm going to go up and bust them in the fucking mouth, fellas. You're going to come out and whine and say, don't get involved. I'm a man. When I see oppression, I fight against it. When I see racism, I will stand up. I won't peek through my blinds on my window while oppression and hatred is outside my door. I'm not one of them scared Negroes cowering in the dark. I hope I see someone do some shit like that to someone who is innocent. I will get involved. Today a woman came up to me and pulled my hijab off and said, this is not allowed anymore. So go hang yourself with it around your neck, not your head. I was traumatized. Victims need to learn to fight back. She should have got in that bitch's ass. Excuse my language. She should have beat the fuck out of her with every ounce of anger built up in her, every ounce of embarrassment she could. Beat her down to where she can't walk, where she has to breathe through a fucking straw. And yes, I am saying violence. But being violent with violence is not the answer. Fuck you. Julio, wow, I'm waiting with my son in his kindergarten line, and a little girl and boy in his class are saying they voted for Trump, and are teasing a Hispanic kid in line saying he's a Mexican and going to a different school, and they will be going back to Mexico. Witness it firsthand. This is kindergarten. See more. Day one. The administration of the high school had to set up hall monitors because Trump students are changing in quotes, 10 feet higher. 10 feet higher. I think I want to say chanting the wall at Latino students in the halls. To those Latinos, good.
She been staying fine. Oh, yeah. Oh, y'all vote. Oh, y'all do that.
Good.
Beat his ass! Don't vote Trump! Don't vote Trump! Don't vote Trump! This shit did it. Still in step.
You brothers can't hit. That man should have been knocked out. So, let's read the bottom of this shit. Now, I hate to see a group action, one-on-one. But things that have happened because this poor man voted for Trump, that, okay, well, that I don't agree with. Because he voted for Trump. How did he know he voted for Trump? He must have said something. He must have said something. Because we don't know who people vote for. So he said something, he got his ass dealt with. He must holler out, Trump! Go home, nigger! Or pick cotton, niggers! Now we see a group. No, let it be one-on-one. These are kids too, and that's a grown-ass man. That I don't agree with. Let it be one. If he can't beat the kids, actually that's not a kid. Guy has a beard. Just a small individual. Just tanning up. Why is he trying to get in that car? He don't know where he's going. I'm gonna beat the brakes off this dude. Enough of that. Donald Trump won. All you liberal pussies better shut the fuck up with your Muslim rights. Now they're talking to other white people. This war is going to escalate to other white people who are decent and kind and good. They're going to spread to other white people as well. Kathy, I'm almost done. Today something unimaginable happened. I was walking on Washington Ave Bridge when I was stopped. When I was stopped, you mean stopped, in my track by a white male. It's a man. I told you that they're cowards. I've always said these racists were cowards. When they drove by the trucks and yelled at me, nigger, or else with a friend, nigger lover, always in speeding trucks. They're cowards. Dog fuckers, as I've shown you in my recent report. The states, the racist states, also states where they're having animal sex. Go figure. Who yelled at me, "Go back to Asia! Go back to Asia!" I was in complete shock and disbelief. I honestly don't know what to say. See, Asians haven't experienced it like we have experienced it. My race has experienced it. There's a whole new world coming down for Asians. They're hung. You Trump supporter, you betrayer of your own kind. But I pretended to not hear anything and continued walking since I didn't want to create a conflict. Shortly after that moment, I was stopped by the same man who told me, "Don't you know it's disrespectful to walk away from someone they're talking to you?" Whoa. I was in disbelief. I responded by saying, "Don't you know it's disrespectful to talk to someone in that manner when they're obviously not interested in a conversation?" Also, for your information, I'm a U.S. citizen. And if you want to play that card, then you should go back to wherever you came from as well, because we are all immigrants, and the only one who deserves to be here are the Native Americans. He avoided everything I had to say and called me ignorant and told me that the only reason I got into College of Minnesota, Twin Cities, was because of affirmative action. And I explained to you fellas that affirmative action benefited white women before it benefited black males and women for jobs, by the way, just in case you didn't know that. They always like to yell, "Affirmative action!" It actually benefited white women more, okay? And as we can see, other minorities as well. And this woman probably was there not even on affirmative action. I mean, I'm sure she paid to go there. She talked about she was fed up of all the college that I was accepted to. She was accepted to. I was so fed up with the conversation that I started to turn around. It was beginning to walk away when all of a sudden, I have someone grab me by the wrist. That's assault. Pulled me around. It was the same guy. At this point, I was done. I told him that he needed to let go of my wrist, and that was not okay for him to touch me like that. Donald Trump style. I told him he needed to let go. Yeah, not okay to touch me like that. He avoided my reasonable quest and made fun of the fact that I couldn't get out of his grasp and laughed, saying that I was too easy. What race was he? He then proceeded to tell me, to my white brothers out there, these are your cousins, your relatives. I don't understand why you are walking away from me when I'm trying to have a conversation with you. I told you that is rude. You should listen to me. Because I'm white. White power. Because I know a lot more than you do. And he's talking to the Asian American. Asian Americans outdo Caucasians academically all over. The only ones that outdo the Asians now are the Africans. At this point, I literally could not handle the amount of ignorance and white privilege that this guy had. Now Asians are seeing the stuff that blacks are been complaining about. That this is going to be Trump America for a while. So I told him that he literally has exactly 1 minute, should have been 1 second, to let me go before it gets serious and someone will get injured, and it won't be me. He took my warning as a joke and said, okay, let's fight then. You can't beat me anyways. Look how small you are. And he actually dared me to punch him more than once. Things got serious real quick because Kathy doesn't mess around with that stuff. Before he could attack me again, I used my self-defense skills and got out of the hold he had on my wrist and punched him straight in the throat, which honestly I am not apologetic for, so whatsoever. His friends were watching the entire situation go down, that I was going to win the fight, and came over to his rescue and accused me of assaulting him and called the police. The police who came did not listen to my side of the story whatsoever, because the man that assaulted me had witnesses, which were his friends. I was handcuffed and was waiting for the police to check my information, which of course came back clean because I am a law-abiding citizen. Then the police proceeded to uncuff me and was warning me and talking about all this police jargon. Now they get to experience what black Americans experience. I'm sorry to my Asian brothers. We warned you. We tried to communicate with you. Black Lives Matters. You didn't listen to us. I was so flabbergasted that this is the reality that we are in. As I was walking home after the situation, having people stare at me and knowing I might be a meme or have someone take a photo of me accusing me of doing something, I'm in disbelief. At first, I was really upset, and now I'm really grateful that he did that to me. It gave me an opportunity to speak up. Here's my final statement to you, sir. I'm sorry that I would never say sorry to those kind of people, that you are threatened by me and my presence, and you're so afraid of me that you had to succumb to this. But thank you, because of this situation, you have relit a burning passion in my soul about why I need to make my voice heard and offer the same support to my fellow Asian Americans, LGBT community, people of color, and oppression you have placed upon us. Proceed, let's see. There, she's cut and pasting this. Yeah, here we go again. People of color. Interesting the order she listed them in, but I'm not going to say anything about that. We're the ones who have been the most oppressed, though. And the oppression you place upon us. Hashtag. And the list goes on, fellas. I didn't have a problem walking around yesterday, driving around. I'm not an easy pickings. And I'll continue to walk around my country. I'm not afraid.